everyone, once again welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm your host Hilary, Kagira Uncovers. Well, in today's episode I want us to look at this incredible 4x400 meter relays in women's category whereby Team United States really destroyed the field. Now watch this video up to the end and remember to give this video a thumbs up.
And then there was one final race to cap these championships, and it wouldn't be a women's 4x4 in global competition without Team Poland.
Yep, they've never won gold in this event, but they are perennial powerhouses indoors and out in this 4x4 relay. They were on the podium for 3 straight world indoors, 2016, 2018, and 2022, and then didn't make it out of the heats last year in Glasgow at the World Indoor Championships.
And then over to Team U.S.A. Quinera Hayes, Bailey Lear, Rosie Effiong, and Alexis Holmes.
And of course, Alexis Holmes, the silver medalist in the individual 400. She'll be counted on to anchor the Americans home.
Team Australia, Ellie Beer, Ella Connolly, Pasquale, and Pollard.
This is China's second time contesting this event at World Indoors, and the first time since 1995 when they finished in 5th.
And we saw a team from Sri Lanka on the men's side, and now we have a squad from there for the women's race.
Yep, so history for Sri Lanka in both the men's and the women's event. The men ran a national record 3:10 for 5th. The women trying to create some similar history for their home nation. So the United States here will be favored, but they'll be, I think, challenged by the Poles, who will be on the outside in 6. Of course, the leadoff leg. Hayes, the Olympic trials winner back in 2021.
Women's 4x400 meter relay. There was to have been a 6-team in this race, Brazil, but they did not come to the start line. So 5 teams vying for those 3 medals on the final podium ceremony at these championships in Nanjing. And Quinera Hayes out to a very strong first lap, but now past those cones and can take the lead. Sveti Ersitic, the veteran for Poland, now right there in second.
Yeah, just like we saw Elijah Godwin do for the American men, Quinera Hayes ran a very strong first leg, but like Elijah Godwin, she's got to be able to hold off these challenges now here from both Poland and Australia.
That's Ellie Beer of Australia in third as they come now into that first exchange. As the U.S. and Poland nearly side by side as they head out on the second leg here. Bailey Lear of the United States and Alexandra Fomela of Poland.
Lear putting a little bit of distance now between herself and Formella. She's run a really good first half of this leg. She's got about 5 meters between her and second.
That's Ella Connolly of Australia in third. Trying to keep in contact with Formella, but now kind of equidistance between first, second, and third. Maybe a little bit of a gain by Poland here in the final stretches of this second leg as Lear tries to power home for the second exchange. The U.S. will continue to lead here, but it is going to be close once again as that lead grew and then shrunk at the line.
Yeah, Lear did a good job of sort of fighting to hold her form when she felt the fatigue, and it's what was able to help her hold off Poland. As now Effiong, who made the individual 400 final here in Nanjing, opens up a big lead over these other third legs.
So second 200 of this third and penultimate leg of the women's 4x4. Alexis Holmes waiting in the wings here to take the baton for Team USA and try to give the men and the women a sweep to end these championships.
this race is effectively over. There's no way you close this sort of a lead with the world indoor silver medalist getting the baton now home.
Poland in that silver medal position, Australia in bronze. No sign of now the exchange for China and Sri Lanka, but look at this lead now extending as Alexis Holmes 1 lap away from gold.
Well, we thought the Polish women would give the United States a run. Yeah, for about the first 2 legs. This is over, and in case this surprises you, it shouldn't. The United States women in this 4x4 have been extremely dominant, particularly at the Olympics, where they have won gold in the last 8 Olympic Games. And Alexis Holmes, with essentially a victory lap here, she'll take home silver in the individual 4-Paul and a gold medal here.
So Team USA takes the victory and the gold, and Poland trying to hold off Australia for the silver and will do so, but getting across the line nearly 5 seconds after Team
First race in the women's short sprint over 100 meters. Alana Reid, new personal best indoors this year. That will set her in good stead, you would think. Her last 100 meter race, though, was when she won the World Junior Championships in Lima last summer, so that's quite a while, but she's a great talent, the 20-year-old. Kemba Nelson next to her, another Jamaican. In 2022, she ran under 11 seconds 4 times. Now, Jenna Prandini is actually in really good shape at the moment, and Jenna got a late call to come and join the party at Grand Slam. Recently was just under 11.1. Daryl Neater, one of Europe's best, one of Britain's best, has now moved over to be coached in the same group as Noah Lyles. We'll see how that's setting her up. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, as she is now. Her last 100-meter race was in the Olympic final. And what a race that was for her to remember. Just tune into that. See if she can reproduce that sort of form here. Tamara Clark. As I mentioned, some of these women will be looking to the 200, like Daryl Neater perhaps. Jenna Prandini's good 200. Tamara Clark can run a good 2 as well. Wants to go well here. And as Anson was mentioning, Jasius Sears, after bursting onto the scene last year, really, and then sadly missing most of the season with injury, has already started really well this season as well. She said, I'm listening to my coaches more, which is never a bad thing. And then Jodine Williams has had a really transformative 24 and into 25 as well. So Jamaicans in lanes 1 and 2 and in lane 8.
On your marks.
And then we've got Jenna Prandini is in 3, Daryl Neater in 4, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, the Olympic bronze medalist, in 5, Tamara Clark's in 6, Sears in lane 7.
Melissa having that medalist's target on her back.
Set.
Right in the middle there, Melissa Jefferson-Wooden got an excellent start over on the far side. Nelson going as well, and also Sears is right there, but here she goes. He's going to get a clear win. Prandini came through for 2nd place, but never in doubt. Melissa Jefferson-Wooden got out well, got to the front, and then dominated the race from there.
That's scary.
I was just going to say that. Given what I said about how long it's been since she's run a 100-meter race, that was perfectly executed. Prandini finished quick, well done to her. A couple of races that set her up nicely, as we mentioned. Sears just faded a little bit when she looked as though she was going to get on terms. Never, ever a bad thing, you know, for an athlete to be in a happy place.
Right. And late addition, Jenna Prandini. You get the call, you're chilling at home, hey, come to Jamaica and jump in this 100. You come here, and you come out with 2nd place, and she's more of a 200-meter specialist. Yeah. So she's in great position tomorrow. You get a phone call, hey, I got 100K for you. We all want phone calls like that. But as you can see, Jay just got out really well, and Melissa just held her form. looking really strong in the latter part of the race. Very confident facial expression moving through the line. I like to keep an eye on the attitude. And I can see that there's a confidence there. And that always bodes well.
That's somebody full of confidence, as you said. Look, even that tape around the neck, she doesn't even flinch.
She probably didn't even feel it.
Just runs through it.
I'm looking forward to her deuce with her finish.
Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I believe you've watched the video up to the end. Now, I have to appreciate you all for sticking with me up to this point of this video, and of course, thank you for the support you've shown me on my channel. And we are continuously growing, and it's all because of you. So guys, back to our video. I want us to talk about what we've just witnessed in this amazing race. Well, I made a few compilations of this video so that for those of us who love track and field, I hope we had a nice time, and that was the purpose of making this video. So I'd love to point out some things that I noted in this race. One is that all the women's were beautiful. From United States, from Poland, from Australia, from China, all of them were beautiful. And of course, it's safe to say that these beautiful women really have some of the best great talents that we've seen. Now, look at what the United States have done. I mean, that gap between the first position and the second, it was a very massive, a very big gap. And then what I'd love also to say that all the athletes, they really did a great job. They held their head high. None of them gave up despite the big gaps between their numbers, their positions, where we managed to see them make sure that they finished the race. Now, we've known United States to be a country that's full of great talents, both in the women's category and also the men's category. And in this case, they have some of our great talents, the likes of Sherika Jackson, the likes of Melissa Jefferson. I mean, look at all those talents. And then we have Kenny Bednarek. We also have the Olympic champion, who is Noah Lyles. And all of this, they are from the United States. And now what have we just witnessed these great women they do to the other fellow athletes? I mean, that gap was massive, like really massive. But the most importantly thing is that they did not give up. They managed to push up to the end. Now, also, I never knew China had really great athletes, because despite their position, they really did show some of our great endurance throughout this race, and we must appreciate and congratulate them for that. And of course, look at Australia. They really did well. I know most of them have gout in the men's category, whereby people really said that he is the next Usain Bolt. But well, things happen in the world of track and field. And then also we can talk over Poland. Well, again, I never knew Poland had such great talents when it comes to track and field. But what have we just seen here? The endurance from these beautiful women, it was just impressive. And like I say, these people, they need to be respected, protected at all costs. They do everything they can to represent our countries. Despite their positions, they still manage to. And the reasons why I'm saying that is like, look at, for instance, in this case, the first race, I know it was a compilation, but look at the first race. They really did some great job. And if there were some other people, they would actually give up when they see that big gap between the first position and the one at the last position. Because we normally say that a great athlete is determined by how he takes the results, or rather the outcome of a particular race, because we expect them to learn from this particular race so that in the next upcoming race we'll see something different. Well, also in the Tokyo Olympics, we've seen some of their good talents, and of course the usual familiar names. They did us proud, from Jamaica, from United States, and all over the world. Like, they really did well. So guys, I've been your host Larry. Please engage me in the comment section. Tell me what you think of this video. And of course, if you loved my contents, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any update that I'll be sharing in my next video. So until we meet again in my next video, peace out and one love.